Okay, so as the continuation of your reading major, so we will be proceeding now with the matching headings. If there are 7 paragraphs and 7 headings, that makes the examination easier. But normally it doesn't happen like this. It's 7 paragraphs and then you have 10 headings to choose from. There are 2 ways to take this examination accurately. One is to read the heading first before the paragraph, and then the other is to read the paragraph first before the heading. Now, each one gives you advantage and disadvantages. So, what do you think is the positive effect of reading the heading first before the paragraph? So, this enables us to get clue words easily to compare from the passage. However, hindi siya sunod-sunod. But that is the opposite of reading paragraphs first before the headings, because this will enable us to follow the paragraphs in order, which would make significant impact in your test taking strategy. So, what I want you to do is you could read the heading first, and then you can identify keywords there, and then you can look for the keyword in the passage. Or you can read the paragraph, look for keywords there, and then you can look for the keywords in the headings, both of which are actually very strategic in terms of finding your answers effectively. So, another is the true false not given. This is actually the focus of the reading major today, also called as yes, no, or not given. Remember that there are some instances according to your instruction that the way how you should write your answers will become TFNG, sometimes NG, which stands for not given, can be replaced with IE, which is your insufficient evidence. Okay, so true, false, not given, they are basically the same. There is a statement that you need to evaluate, and we will be applying the question first, passage later technique. So again, this is really important that you read the questions first and that use your passage as your reference later. So, I have here a question. The question is, in the world today, there are at least 1 million students learning English abroad. Now, I am looking for the keywords such as the world, million students learning English. Now, I have seen on the 4th paragraph that there is something that matches, okay? The content of what I have seen in my question. And that there we go. There are around more than 1 million students studying the English language in another country. So studying English language, learning English, and then another country abroad. So they're the same. Tulad ng sabi ko, context will be really applied here. There will be similarities of the words that will be seen here. So you have to really be careful about this one. Now, with regard to the answer, why is this true? Because I have underlined the at least. At least means it's the minimum. So 1 million minimum. It could be more than 1 million. Yes, that's the case here. And more than 1 million in the passage, they match the same. So it gives us a better overview of the picture. What true is as an answer for the true false not given part of your reading exam. This will actually be a very similar content. So if, okay, you have to remember this, if the statement in the question, again, question is the first thing that you have to really care for about in the beginning. If the statement in the question matches the content, the details, the information found in the passage, the answer is true. Take note that most of the statements in the question which are true are actually paraphrased version of the exact content of what you can see in the passage. So that is something that you should be aware of, that even though the words are jumbled, even though the words are replaced, still the context, the meaning, the details, the specifics are the same. So therefore, my answer is true. Okay, that is how you deal with this first among its kind. So again, true is easy because that's it. You just compare. Are they similar? Are they the same? Are the contents the same? Then basically your answer is true. But what about this question? All right. In the world today, there are at least 1 million students learning English abroad. So when you say there are at least 1 million students learning English abroad, so you're going to underline specific keywords. Yun nga, see at least 1 million. Lagay ko sa students. I can also highlight English abroad. And then I have seen here, there are no more than. At least and no more than are what we call opposite. They are opposite of each other. They are antonyms. They are contrasts of each other. So therefore, false will be the answer because the information from the question is not the same as the information found in my passage. Thus, the statement in the question is false. That's how you deal with it. Okay. Now, we have another one. Study destination choices are influenced by proximity to home. So, if I am going to translate that, people, listen to me. Hear me out, my students, okay? Whenever you see questions from the statements, okay, you will be seeing a lot of them, therefore. There are some instances in which it could be the same, okay, but there will be some differences which might go unnoticed. That is why your attentiveness level must be at its maximum. So, study destination choices are influenced by proximity at home. So, another technique that you can do in understanding this much better, the skill that I use myself, the skill that my mentor, Sir Irvin, is using, is to translate the thoughts into a language that you would understand, which is Filipino. So if I'm not just going to underline and encircle keywords, I could also translate this in Filipino. So study destination choices, okay, are influenced by proximity to home. So the factor, okay, yun yung pagkakaintindi natin na yung factor na pag-aaral sa ibang bansa, okay, or pag-aaral sa ibang lugar, study destination choices, or wherever choices, all right, there may be, are affected by proximity to home o yung lapit sa bahay. All right. But when I refer to the passage, numerous studies conducted in Britain and the US, yun nga yung findings, show that country of choice or study destination choices depends to a lot of extent on economic factors. Now, you will ask yourself, sir, isn't this a not given? Because hindi naman nabigay yung proximity to home. No, nabigay yung main idea na may study destination choices at may influence yon. Yun yung mismo nakalagay doon sa passage. Show that country of choice depends, which is influence to a lot extent. Okay? To a lot extent on, but not proximity to home, but economic factors. So the proximity to home and economic factors are not the same. Therefore, the answer is false. See how easy I managed to do this? Diba? So this is exactly what you are expected to do when you deal with false statements like this. Now, another type of false is the missing info. The lab card shows the student's number, okay, and number. Student's name, sorry. The lab card shows the student's name according kay question and number. So, meron tayong ilang information. Tingin po sa baba ng slide. 2 information. But in the passage nakalagay, the lab card shows the student's name. Okay, that's 1. Course, wait a minute. And then number. So, you got 3. So, again, you got 2 items in the question. You got 3 listed details in the passage. So, sir, hindi po ba ito true? Guys, take note, there is an imbalance. Okay? They are not the same because one important factor, which is course, is missing. So, if there is a missing info where in the question, then the answer is false. Padaliin natin. Napakasimple. Kulang kay question, sobra kay passage, the answer is false. This is not rocket science, people. You don't have to go deep about this. You just have to tell yourself simply, dalawang info nakita ko kay question, same info nakita ko kay passage, pero may sobrang isa. So meaning, this is false. Nakuha? Alright, so that is what you have to do in the exam. You have to draw tables. You have to draw comparisons. Which one has more? Are they the same? If the question has less info than the passage, then my answer is false. But what about the other way around? So we will get back to that soon. Next is this. The lab card shows the student's name, that's 1, course, that's 2, number, 3, and year level. I got 4 specific details in front of me. So there are 4 types of information that the lab card is showing. But when I looked at the passage, oh my God, the lab card shows the student's name, that's 1, course, all right, and number. Wait a minute, year level is missing. Okay, so we will not be confused with regard to false and not given. Ano? False is when there is missing info in the question, but not in the passage. However, in the not given answer, okay, you actually have more details in the question but less in the passage. So, sir, bakit po yun naging not given? Ganito yan, ha? Given sa passage yung student's name, correct. Given sa passage yung course, yes. Given sa passage yung number, correct. But yung year level was not mentioned in the text. Year level is not given in the passage. Hence, not given. Tagalog, sobra kay question, kulang kay passage, boom, not given is the right answer. Okay. If you cannot find it in the passage, sabi, Kevin's favorite color is orange. Tapos, hinanap mo, Kevin, color. May nakita akong sentence, ang sabi lang, color enables people to see, or the use of colors enables people to see much more clearly and vividly than black and white photos, says Kevin. But walang sinabi si Kevin na favorite niya yung orange. So, this is not given because this is not seen in the text at all. So, pag hindi siya pinrovide, this is automatically a not given. Now, trust me, not given is the most difficult part of the IELTS reading exam. Why? Because you will be asked to read something. You will be asked to read about something which you cannot find in the entire passage. You're looking for something in the question, in the passage, yet you cannot find it because it isn't even there. So, napaka-time consuming ng not given, lalo pag information na hindi siya binigay sa passage because you don't know where to look. You might not know when to give up. Like, sir, 3 beses ko na pong binasa, napagod na po yung mata ko. Then trust me on this, the answer is not given. If there's an additional information, okay, dun sa question na wala sa passage, that's not given. Even if it sounds like true, it is not given. Recap. True, same information, different words, but same in meaning. True, true, true. False. Okay? Kulang na info from the question, dalawa lang. Sobrang info from the passage, that is false. Antonyms, opposite words, contrasting words, false. Not given, that is the opposite. Sobra ang information from the question. Kulang ang information from the passage. Not given because one item is not given in the text. And the item, the answer, the word, the context, the meaning is not even mentioned at all. Then the answer is still not given. Alright. So, let's play a game. Dito na tayo sa part na yan. But I will be cutting my recording short para sa ating part 3 para mas madali ang aking pag-upload. So, see you on part 3.